merely because Constitution has come into force. What doesn't mean that everybody has achieved what has been enumerated in the Constitution. All should be treated equally. The health and education and other right to life should be available to all the citizens of the country. But surprisingly and shockingly, except education and health, which has been left to the private hands, and all other things, including selling of liquor, is being taken over by the governments. The government should be responsible and they should go by the Constitution. State should be a model citizen. We are talking about the prohibition which is enumerated or adumbrated in Article 47 of the Constitution by our constitutional framers. That the alcohol or liquor which is spoiling the people, shattering the families, and which has gone into schools also nowadays. So the Constitution is violated in that way also. Every citizen should be treated equally. Whether every citizen is being treated equally is a million-dollar question. People are divided based on religion, caste, community, and language. And politicians are taking advantage of that to their benefit to encash during the elections. The courts are here only to balance the rights of the people and also rights of the people among the country whenever there is a dispute. The policy makers have got more onerous responsibility when taking decisions, not discriminating the people based on religion and community or language. Everybody should be treated equally and not with the aim of the election. In our country, we have got a wonderful fundamental rights. And for violation of fundamental rights only, we are approaching the court under Article 226 or under Article 32 before the Honorable Supreme Court. Right to expression, freedom of expression, right to right to life under Article 21, the most precious right. All these rights are heart of the Constitution. But what is happening in our country is that this right, freedom of right is the most precious one, but most abused and misused one. You can abuse anybody on political. Previously, it was political platform. It is only social platform, social media, and go away with that. We are not mature enough to enjoy the rights available or provided under the Constitution of India. The cases coming up before the court would only prove that. Whenever right is there, a corresponding duty is cast upon. But in our country, duty is forgotten. right is celebrated. Those who are talking about rights should also educate the people about their corresponding rights. Though Constitution does not, the Constitution speaks about the duties, they are not enforceable, unlike the fundamental rights. The framers of the Constitution thought that our citizens would definitely do their duties and thereafter claim corresponding right, whereas the reverse is happening. It's very unfortunately, as a lawyers, you not only uphold the rights of the parties, fight for the right of the parties, and also sensitize the people about the corresponding duty. In particularly in Tamil Nadu, we can see it has been, I also quoted in a judgment, more protest occurred only in Tamil Nadu compared to other states. In one way, it is good. People are aware of their rights. At the same time, for each and everything, if you protest, if you protest, there will not be any progress. There may not be any industrial development. There may not be any employment. And we have to close down all the industries, driving away the people from employment. There are many elements in the country, inside our country, which are aiming at destroying our country. They are anti-social, anti-national elements, and we should not give room for that. Our forefathers fought for our independence, laying down their precious lives, shedding blood and sweating for the purpose of achieving independence. Such a independence, freedom should be preserved. That could be achieved only following the principles enumerated in our Constitution. The Constitution is not only, it is meant for executive, it is meant for legislature, it is meant for citizens. Everybody is bound to go, everybody is bound to go by our Constitution. The Constitution is a source by which our right accrues, our right could be enforced. When such is the position, duties should also be correspondingly performed by all the citizens. Unless we work together, knowing about our duties, this country cannot shine in this modern world. Unless you have a dutiful citizens, it is impossible to have a good country, good society. Even in a family, everybody should perform their function. The husband should earn, the wife nowadays is, now they are also earning and they are looking after family. Children should study. These are the responsibility cast upon everybody. It's only for an example. Likewise, in a country, everybody should perform well, conscious of their rights and also the duties. Merely celebrating this kind of day will not help. We should take a pledge that we will fight for our right and perform our duty. We will help our fellow citizens. That is very important. Nowadays, the personal relationship between the people are becoming very rare. People are speaking to only machines and gadgets and not with human beings. That is the reason why there is a stress among the people. The World Health Organization has stated the India is the most depressed country. Therefore, we should move with the people, speak with the people, instead of speaking to the gadgets and the machines. The duty you have to perform to the fellow citizen, the helping hand, the deserving people. Deserving people you should help. Those who are fortunate to have more real wealth should help the fellow citizen. And then only we can achieve what has been stated in the preamble of the Constitution. We cannot always leave everything to the government. Our participation should also be there. Unless the public participate and cooperate with the government, what is sought to be achieved in the Constitution cannot be achieved. Therefore, it is duty of the every citizen to perform their duties and also achieve their rights. As lawyers, it is your enormous duty to fight for your litigant, namely a citizen who has approached you. Nowadays, litigations are coming, paisa interested litigations are coming, and public interest litigations are coming. Whatever it may be, you should filter and file the cases which are really public interested, and also the personal cases also whose rights are infringed, you want to fight. At the same time, you should also take into consideration the precious court time is not wasted. The deserving case will get if unnecessary litigation is avoided. The advocates are the officers of the court. One more thing, very important thing is, in our Constitution, the legal profession alone is recognized. You know that only one person alone can participate in union cabinet meeting other than the ministers, that is Attorney General. Similarly, in state cabinet, the Advocate General alone can participate in that. The legal profession is given such an elevated position. It has been recognized by the Constitution. What about the Supreme Court? What about the constitutional courts, other constitutional high courts? The subordinate courts are all manned by advocates. Union judiciary, state judiciary, everything is occupied by the advocates only. And therefore, Constitution speaks about the legal profession. When you are recognized by the Constitution, your responsibility is more. As an advocate, as a judge, you have to perform your duty. Mere celebration of the day will not do any justice unless we do justice to our responsibility. Vanakkam, thank you very much.
We are moved by the address of Lordship because it has come from your Lordship's bottom of the heart. It is not an ordinary day, and the address is not an ordinary address. The address carries a message to both the pillars of the institution called bar and the bench. I hope that the address of the Lordship, which has come from the bottom of the heart of the Lordship, by facing the reality in the society, will touch the conscience of person concerned, and the message of the Lord is made clearly, meant and understood each and every one. Now, may I request Mr. Parthiban to display the Lord Day pledge, so that when Lordship administers the pledge, we can read along with him. May I request our Lordship to administer the Lord Day pledge?
Yes.
We'll read along with Lordship.
Yes. We hold that law is the common heritage and the trust of mankind.
We hold that law is the common heritage and trust of mankind.
That the administration of justice is one of the most fundamental functions of the state.
That administration of justice is one of the most fundamental functions of the state.
And the judges and the lawyers owe their allegiance by traditions, training, and tenets of their noble profession to the cause and the cost of justice.
Judges and lawyers owe their allegiance, the traditions, training, and tenets of their noble profession to the cause and quest of justice.
We believe that the discipline of law is authoritative and peaceful resolution of all conflicts.
We believe that the discipline of law is indispensable for the authoritative and peaceful resolution of all conflicts,
For ensuring orderly development of the society,
for ensuring orderly development of the society,
for maintaining the rule of law,
for maintaining the rule of law,
for promoting social justice,
for promoting social justice,
for safeguarding liberty and protecting basic human rights and fundamental freedom.
for safeguarding liberty and for protecting basic human rights and fundamental freedom.
We affirm that the independence and impartiality of the judiciary and the freedom and the independence of the legal profession constitute the seat of anchor of social individual freedom and justice in our society.
We affirm that the independence and impartiality of the judiciary and the freedom and independence of the legal profession constitute the anchor of social order, individual freedom, equal justice in our society.
We acknowledge the social responsibilities and the professional obligations of law in public interest and public service.
We acknowledge the social responsibilities,
The professional
obligations of law in public interest
and
interest service.
We emphasize in particular
Emphasize in particular
a need to ensure equal and universal access of the people to the system of justice.
The need to ensure
equal and universal access of the justice,
Especially for the poor,
especially for the poor,
the
the
weak,
deprived and the downtrodden, the need for legal literacy and legal aid,
the need
for legal literacy
and the need for social audit and evaluation of laws and for scientific, rational, and pragmatic law reform.
the need for social audit,
for scientific, rational, and pragmatic law reform.
We pledge and dedicate ourselves on this, the law
We
day,
pledge and dedicate
ourselves
on this
law day
to the premises and the postulates of this proclamation.
to the premises
and the postulates of this proclamation.
இந்த இனிய மாலை பொழுதினிலே இருக்கும் நீதியரசர்கள், மூத்த வழக்கறிஞர்கள், வழக்கறிஞர்கள் மற்றும் இளம் வழக்கறிஞர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இனி மாலை வணக்கம் மற்றும் சட்ட தின வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். நாள்தோறும் நாடி முறை செய்யா மன்னவன் நாள்தோறும் நாடு கெடும் என்ற குறட்பாவிற்கு இணங்க நாட்டில் நாள்தோறும் நடைபெறும் நன்மை தீமைகளை ஆராய்ந்து நீதி வழங்கி மக்கள் மனங்களை ஆட்சி செய்து வருபவரும், தீர்ப்புகள் வழங்கி வரும் நீதிபதியாக மட்டுமல்லாமல் தீர்வுகள் வழங்கி வரும் நீதியரசரான நம் அனைவரின் மரியாதைக்கும் பாசத்திற்கும் போற்றுதலுக்கும் உரிய மாண்புமிகு நீதியரசர் என் கிருபாகரன் ஐயா அவர்களுக்கு MMBA சார்பாக நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். நமது அழைப்பை ஏற்று நிகழ்வில் பங்கு கொண்டுள்ள அனைத்து நீதியரசர்களுக்கும் MMBA சார்பாக நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். இந்த அருமையானதொரு நிகழ்வில் வரவேற்புரை நிகழ்த்திய MMBA-யின் தலைவர் திருமதி என் கிருஷ்ணவேணி அவர்களுக்கும், இந்த நிகழ்வில் அருமையாக தொகுப்புரை வழங்கி கொண்டிருக்கும் வழக்கறிஞர் திரு சீனிவாச ராகவன் அவர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் MMBA நிர்வாகிகளுக்கும் நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். மேலும் இந்நிகழ்வில் பங்கு கொண்டுள்ள மூத்த வழக்கறிஞர்கள், இளம் வழக்கறிஞர்கள், சக வழக்கறிஞர்கள் மற்றும் அரசு வழக்கறிஞர்கள், பத்திரிகை ஊடக நண்பர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் MMBA சார்பாக நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியினை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.